I thought I would address what the ideal testing conditions are for a seismoelectric survey based on AquaLocate's testing protocols. So those conditions, there's basically three main conditions that are critical for us. We need access with a full drive vehicle to all the testing locations, or what we call the sounding sites. If there's not easy access with a four-wheel drive like pickup or SUV, then we'll need to get there either with a side-by-side, which is typically prearranged for most operators, or we can walk the equipment in, but again, that needs to be prearranged. There's a lot more work involved, and we want to make sure that we can get access to the places you want tested. Basically, if a rule of thumb is if a drilling system or drill rig can't get there, then we probably can't get there. I want to make sure we can get access to it. The second one is electrical interference. So you see behind me there's a utility pole with a transformer on it. That transformer will produce a lot of background noise once it's live. It's not live right now, but once it is and it's connected, it can produce a lot of background noise. We want to be about 40 meters, 50 meters away typically, or 120 to 150 feet away. Sometimes we can be a lot closer if there's only a single power source in the area like this. We might be able to do it a bit closer. It really depends on the area and how many different power sources there might be, you know, in the immediate area. And again, we'll typically want to discuss that with you prior to arrival, so we know where we can and can't test if possible. The third thing, and probably one of the more important things, is the ground conditions. First of all, we want virgin native soil. Virgin native soil is soil that's been undisturbed or no fill material, and that's the native side of it. If there's been till or anything like that on this in the immediate soil, the shallow surface, we want to scrape that away down to native soil. The only complication to that is if the heavy rock or solid rock is really close to the surface, scraping away a foot of, say, non-virgin soil might be a problem for data collection, because we have to get some what we call electrodes. They're basically short ground rods connected to our antenna array into the ground, and those are about 32 to 34 or so inches into the ground. So about 3 feet of soil is necessary to get the rods in to the proper depth. Additionally, we want a low rock to soil mixture. That is about 30% rock at most, cobbles, you know, boulders about the size of your fist or whatever. We don't want a lot more than that. A good way to test that is to get a couple pieces of rebar that are 1/2 inch, say, a sledgehammer, cut those rebar at about 3 feet long, and drive a few of them in the ground at locations that you would like us to test. If you can get them into the ground reasonably easily to about 80% of their length, then we'll probably be okay. If the conditions aren't ideal, and they often aren't, we still do testing and we can still get good data. It often takes a lot more work. There's more effort, some other things that we can do to mitigate those. But ideal testing conditions are obviously the best. It's pretty rare that we find that everywhere, but we do find it now and again. And if you'd like more information about what we can do to help you assess with our seismoelectric system, assess the groundwater on your property where you're getting ready to drill a well, just don't hesitate to contact us at 800-251-2920, or go to Facebook/AquaLocate and message us, and we'll certainly answer any questions you have. We have a document that details this out. We can email that to you. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you guys soon. See you. Bye.